As you may know from my first crossplay video, I believe that cross-platform play is one of the biggest and most important innovations in gaming over the recent years. However, now that crossplay has been implemented into major titles for a little while, I think it's more than fair to say that crossplay is pretty flawed. And this goes beyond the PC versus console issue that we'll talk about later. What I'm talking about here are flaws in the early implementation of crossplay that make it inherently less fun and less convenient to use. One of the first questions asked by me and my friends whenever we crossplay is,
should we use Discord? Should we jump on WhatsApp? I guess we can just chat in game.
and there's never really been a good answer to this because each of these options sacrifices some of the convenience of regular party chat. If you pick the in-game chat option, then you can only hear each other so long as you're in the same match.
In fact, another classic example of where voice chat cuts out is in the loading screen between matches.
Plus, everyone can hear you, so if you plan to chill out with your friends and talk about your day, then you may find that kind of awkward. The alternative, to jump to a third-party app for console users, means not being able to hear the game audio, which is a crucial part of most games. The only current system in place that negates this problem comes from crossplay's golden boy, Xbox.
The Xbox chat covers party chat between PC players, mobile, and of course Xbox.
But this still leaves PlayStation players out of the equation. So what can be done to fix this situation? Well, I don't think there's much that can be done on the current generation of consoles. The most convenient thing would be for manufacturers to implement the use of Discord or a similar app into the consoles so they can fix this issue of not having decent party chat. I mean, Xbox already has Skype that it supports on the Microsoft Store, so why not Discord? Staying along the same vein as the previous topic, as crossplay gets more and more popular, I can also imagine this situation.
So yeah, I love those games, man. I'm playing all the time. Well, shoot, I can't believe we have so many games in common. Let me add you real quick, actually. Oh, yeah, go ahead. My username's CrossPlayLover5000. Oh, sweet, let me just add you on PSN real quick. Oh, no, I play on Xbox, though. You're gonna have to add me on Battle.net. Don't worry about it, man. I'm just gonna download that app real quick. Yeah. Oh, and on Uplay, too. Oh, okay, no problem. I'll download Uplay as well. Oh, and Epic Games. And Epic Games. Oh, and Origin as well. Don't you ever say that name here again!
Not exactly the most intuitive way to add friends, and at the moment there really isn't anything in place to help you get around this issue. There are a few ways that I can see it being fixed, but so long as different developers exist, this issue will still be a common problem. I am personally looking into creating a way that will help you get around all of this, and if it works, which it really should, it should make all of this very hassle-free. I won't get too much into that at the moment, other than to say that for now, having different friend lists scattered all over the place is not the best way of adding friends on different platforms. And yes, of course, there is platform disadvantages when it comes to PC versus console. PC does definitely take the edge when it comes to visual fidelity and overall performance, and most of the time it really isn't fair to match up somebody playing on a high-end $2,000 PC against someone whose entire console costs about as much as the other guy's keyboard does. Now, are there console players out there that can absolutely wipe the floor with PC players? Yes, but the majority of gamers will benefit greatly from the smoother frame rates, further render distances, and the more precise controls found on the PC. Also, a quick side note, if you guys are interested in seeing a direct comparison between PC and console in the same game, let me know in the comments below and subscribe. I'll make a video on that and we'll see which one of those comes out on top. The good news is that next-gen consoles will close the gap between high-end PCs and consoles, at least for the next couple of years. And yes, your 2080 Titan might be the more powerful GPU, but overall, the system architecture as well as it being more easy to optimize for console will make that gap a lot smaller than you might think. But what is the fix right now before those consoles come out? Well, the first and perhaps easiest fix right now is to let people choose who they want to crossplay with. If you want to play with your friends on Xbox, but you guys don't feel like being mowed down by PC players all the time, then there really should be a console-to-console only crossplay matchmaking and vice versa. At the moment, all we really have is a crossplay on and off button that says, there, go play. But again, this is a very early implementation of crossplay, and I can 100% foresee this being added as an option later on. Most likely this will be an 87 gig update for Modern Warfare because Activision hates the idea of you playing anybody else's game and they just want to take up your hard drive. Please, can we not get regular sized updates, Activision? Come on. The second way to at least get around the controls for console to PC crossplay is to add a more robust keyboard and mouse support on console. And I know that games like Modern Warfare do have this, but really it needs to become far more commonplace than it already is. And honestly, it really surprised me when I saw that both next-gen consoles only have one front-facing USB-A, which, unless they're planning to have a lot of back USB ports, is a really weird decision to go with. But I guess we'll see how they deal with that, and hopefully it won't be some kind of proprietary keyboard and mouse support, because that kind of anti-consumer practice really has no place in gaming today. today, nor did it ever really. By the way, I keep seeing people say that aim assist on consoles is really OP and they can't handle it and all that, but I've yet to see any aim assist that actually helps my aim as opposed to hinder it. So considering that neither PC players like going up against it, nor many console players actually need it, it would be a lot better to just add a more robust keyboard and mouse support system on consoles. Even though crossplay is currently definitely flawed, it's important to remember that this is still a very new implementation. Think of it as an early access, if you will. There's going to be imperfections and things that will be frustrating to start off with, but the most important thing is that it actually works. And as shown by bigger, more played titles, the core elements of it actually work quite well. Is there room for improvement? Absolutely, without a doubt there is. But going forward, I would definitely keep an eye on what the next stage of this implementation will look like. As I've said before, this is one of the most important innovations in the gaming industry for you and me as a consumer. And if you want to know exactly why that is, you can go ahead and check out this video over here. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and if you want to see that direct comparison video, drop it in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to as many of you as I can.
And could you prove that in a court of law?
I mean, depends on which court.
Of law.
You ever see that TV show called I Shouldn't Be Alive?
Yeah. How about you jump off the building? It's quite high. Oh no.